Good morning.
Morning.
Sorry I'm late. Lost track of time. I was messing around with the HMI. Okay. What do you guys want to do?
Where did we leave off?
Oh, let's go find out.
Well, I think we were just finishing. I think we're getting into the right tank empties to the level low after the mix heat for 10 seconds.
Okay. That sounds right. All right. I got to pull up your process because I can't keep all of your stuff straight. And then, oops. That's not what I wanted. The boss says. Where's the boss says? There you go. All right. Selector switch. I'm going to download this. Switch left. Push back. Power and right tanks fill. 10 seconds. Probe energizes. High. During mixed heat process, exhaust fan comes on. 70%. Okay. So what do we have so far? Heat and stir. 10 seconds.
We'll be back. If Arjo comes in, check anything there, just tell him I'm in class. They'll be back in 10 to 15 minutes, so hang on.
Okay.
How's come?
Oh.
I'm going to put another line in here that's so those drives, whenever you cut power to them, or if they lose anywhere, if they get below, what is it, like 3 milliamps or something like that, they'll fault out. Then you have to reset them. Does that make sense to everybody?
Yep.
Okay, makes sense to Brighton. How about Anthony?
Yeah.
How about Aaron?
I didn't quite catch all that.
Just say yeah, Aaron. Aaron, just say yeah.
Okay. Yes, I
Yeah.
understand everything.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, I wired up a 24 volt I can either turn, I have the toggle switch over there that will, it's like a stop switch. You know how you put the little jumper wire in a drive on the little pins to simulate a stop button? You can also put it like on a stop button, and I have a toggle switch set up, but I also ran from the PLC 24 volt source on channel 5 or something like that. That will put 24 volts on the right pins of those drives to enable them. So I'm going to parallel that with this B33. Does that make sense to everybody? So that when we start the process, it will also enable the drives. Because that was one thing that I noticed when I just ran it, is that exhaust fan didn't turn on. Making sense? Follow me?
Yep.
Okay. Goes as, I think it's 2. So I'm just going to check and see that work, if that works. And then there we go. Now the exhaust fan's coming on. Can you see it?
Yeah.
All right. Good. Well, we're crack-a-lacking. So it looks like the next step would be the 3-digit display showing the counting of 0 to 10 seconds. Right? Who wants to do the programming today?
Right, there you go. What was the secret so long?
Somebody has a secret?
No, that's just my coworkers in the background.
I know.
So I'll go ahead and do the programming today if you want me to.
Okay. You're up,
Okay,
Slugger.
Okay.
okay, sounds good. Have a good day today.
So when the water in the right tank has reached high level, how are we going to get that
My cover out too.
display to show the number 0 and then 1 and then 2
Nice people though.
and then 3 and then 4? Any thoughts?
No,
So we'd have to control the outputs that we're putting to display. And if I remember correctly, it's 0 to 5 volts, right?
Yeah, just remember though that it's backwards. So if you output 0 volts, it's going to show 100. And if you output 5 volts, it's going to output 0.
Okay.
So I wonder if we couldn't use Excel, Microsoft Excel, to come up with those numbers for us. Instead of doing the calculation 10 times, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Okay.
Do you want me to do that and like walk you guys through it? And then give control back to you?
Sure.
I'm just trying to come up with the numbers that we need to output from that analog out to get those numbers to display, right?
And so we're just doing the interpolation from the.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I just want to whoops. I'm gonna open. I put that spreadsheet that I had the other day on the shared drive. Maybe I'll show it to you so you can see where it is. So under the main shared folder is PLC conversions tool. And let's see. So if we output, I think the numbers are 0 to 31208. So 0 to 208 and 0 is equal to 0 volts and 5 volts. So basically, we want to interpolate 0 to 5, and so between these two values, we want to interpolate the 1, the 0, the 1, the 2, the 3, the 4, and the 5, right? And except we need to do it to 10 digits.
I'm sorry. What?
I'm just talking out loud right now, right?
Why do we need it at all of those separate digits? Can't we just say that? So it's 0 to 5 is 100. So couldn't we just say that just use 1/5? So like 0 to 1 volt, or 4 to 5 volts in this case, because we're needing to go down.
Yeah.
And then just do a 1/10 from those for each of the.
I'm not totally following you, but if we're going, if this is 0 to 31208 is, let's forget the inversion part. If it's 0 to 100 on the output, right? But we need to go 0 to 10. So if we took 10% of this number, that would be our, am I thinking about that right? I guess let's just try it real quick in remote run. So this being, let's see if I can do this. So we can still see everything. Can you guys see both those screens?
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep.
So this being the maximum number, if we wanted to display the number 10, it would be 90% of this, right? Since it's inverted.
Yeah.
So if I took this cell times 0.9, so if I get into the tags and I output 28087, we should see the number 10 on that tag, right? What is the output for that? Anybody know?
For the digital display,
Yeah, it'd be
module 5, channel 0.
50. So if I go 28087, that's giving me a 12.
Okay.
Hello? Hey. Good. I'm in class. You want to join? Okay. Yeah, what's up? Yes. No. Okay. Sure. Okay. Bye. I'm back. What are we doing?
Trying to get the number 10 to display.
Right. So somewhere there's a disconnect between putting 10 volts out and actually getting it to the display. So since the numbers are off like that, instead of trying to figure out what the offset is, I say we just mess around with these numbers until we get the right output on the display. Does that make sense to everybody? We could do all the math and make it perfect, and it's still not going to output right on there. Make
Okay.
sense?
Sounds good.
So what I need to do is I need to play with these numbers, and when we dial in the right number, I need somebody to write them down for me. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Let's go with 29,000. So that's somewhere between 9 and 10. Let's go 20, 28, 80. Oh, can't get it to just stay. Okay, so 28,800 is bouncing between 10 and 11, just barely. If I wanted to put it down, actually, no, 20. Let's go at 28,850. $775. like 28,775 is the most stable. So I'm going to put that in the spreadsheet. What's 28,087?
Was it
20. If we
What was
add,
that?
so if we add 700 to each value and input that in, let's try that. Hang on, I'm gonna move these so we got more room to work. And that equals this. Plus 700. So this one's that times 0.9. So the 91% would be 9 seconds. Okay. Right? Am I thinking about that right? 0.9. 0.91. So this equals that times that. This equals that times that. Okay. Shit. I12 times. No. One. You guys following what I'm doing or no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So these are all the numbers that we would need. So this would be the number 10, 9, 8. If I'm thinking about this right. So these are the numbers adjusted. So these are the numbers we need to try, and I'm going to try a couple. I'm going to highlight those. And I want to make all these not confusing. So if I input the number 30036, we should get the number 6. Boom. Can you guys see that? Are you not as excited as I am that that worked?
I can't see it.
That was pretty cool.
Let's try one more. The number 2, we should use 30584. Well, that's no good. No, 31284. Sorry.
So I'm looking for that 5. I'm not seeing it.
No. Okay. There we go. Number 2. All right. So these numbers seem to work. So do you guys want me to keep these over here, or do you want me to, I guess I can do that. So these green numbers are what we need for these numbers. That makes sense? Yes, no, maybe?
Yes. So my question is, how do we take all of those values? Do we have to like have a separate string of logic for each, like a separate rung of logic for each of those with move functions, or how are we going to do that?
Yeah, that would be the most simple way to do it. There are, we could use a compare, we could use a counter. So like every time, I know that we're going to have to use a compare because we have a timer in there that's counting to 10, right?
Yes.
So we can say if I'm not thinking of compare. What am I thinking of?
So are you like saying that you would have a greater than or equal to and then a less than or equal to for the specific number based on the accumulation on the timer?
Limit test, I think.
Okay.
Did you guys use limits when we did the traffic signal exercise?
No, I used greater than and less than or equal to ones, and then
Okay.
just put them in parallel and series.
Well, I'll give you a quick example here. If you were, yeah, okay. With a limit, and you had a counter, right, that was counting from 0 to 10, and you wanted like the red light on from from 9 seconds to, okay, I think I'll explain this. What the limit does is says, okay, while the counter is between a high and a low number, make this thing true. So if you had a 10-second counter, you could say when it's between 8 and 10, make the red light true, right? When it's between 5 and 8, make the yellow light true. When it's between 4 and 0, make the green light true. So as that thing sits there and counts over and over again, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, the green light's on. And then it goes 5, 6, 7, 8, the yellow light's on. And then it goes 8, 9, 10, the red light's on. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
So what we can do is say, all right, when the accumulated value is between, I don't know, however you want to do it, on the counter, we'll output that, those numbers that we have over here in green. And we could have one per rung. There's another way you can do it with like, that I'm honestly not too familiar with, but there's like bit shift. So every time this becomes true, add the number, you know, we can figure out what the difference is between these numbers and say, all right, take that value and add this much. There's 500 different ways to do it, but I think the simplest would be to use that limit test. Yeah. Let's try it. See how well it works. Okay.
All right. Good to me.
All right. I'm gonna give it back to you, Aaron. Got it?
Yes. Okay, so how do I get it off of
Oh, go hit this red X.
this one up here? Or-
Yeah, here. Give it to me.
Oh.
Whoop. All right, all you.
Okay. Oh, no, didn't want to do that.
Here's what I would do. I wouldn't make it exactly that number. I'd do like, what's the difference between 10 and 9?
Uh,
787 to 099. So like 200. I don't know.
I got 312 when I subtracted them. So I don't know if it's 312 between each individual number though.
Well, I would make it a range, because when this thing is scanning, when it's doing its PLC is scanning, it might not ever see when you want it to the number 28787, in that split second. So what I'm saying is let's make it a range, like if it's between 28 650 and 20. Let's just say this. Equals that plus 100. We'll say equals that minus 100. So instead of using these numbers, we'll make this the high limit. This will be the low limit. That make sense?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
All right. So then we'll have 10 rungs, and we can make the first rung how we want it, and then just copy that rung 10 times, and off we go. See if it works.
Okay.
So what's the low limit and high limit?
So I was going to go ahead and make this one 10. So the low limit's going to be 28,687. And then the high limit would be 28,887.
Yeah.
And then we would be moving then we'd be moving
Oh crap, that's not right.
yeah, I'm thinking about it now because
Yeah, the low limit is going to be the seconds. So
Yeah.
the
Okay.
accumulated value on that timer, if it's between, I guess 10, so 10 would be like 9.5 and 10, right?
So we need to make it run with just a 10-second timer first.
Yeah, I mean, we have the 10-second timer already.
Oh yeah.
So we're going to use that accumulated value, whatever that number is at the time. Remember, when you run that timer, the accumulated value is going to go from 0 to 10, and then it's going to stop, right?
Right.
So we're going to tell it, hey, when it's between, for the number 10, we would use when it's between 9,000. Is that right? Am I thinking of that right? And 10,000.
So then how do I set the this limit function to be measuring the time accumulated on the timer?
Is that what test is?
Yeah, the test is going to be the accumulated value. We just have to tell it what to measure. So for the number 10, it doesn't really, I mean, when it gets to 10, it just stays there. But so low limit would be, right?
In milliseconds, so you would add 3 zeros.
Yeah, that's right. And I would make it like 9001, so that at 9 seconds, it's not outputting something else. Does that make sense?
Oh, okay. So like if it hits it exactly at 9 seconds, it's not going to try and go.
Right.
It's not going to try and
Exactly.
both 10 and 9. Okay.
Right. So then what would the test be?
The timer accumulating.
Yep.
Which timer are we using?
I don't know. We'd have to look. It's probably T40.
Yep.
This. Hey, real quick though, before you go back down, go back up to that timer on delay and edit the description. Yeah. Call it 10-second timer or whatever you want to call it. When you do this, it's just like putting a description in the tag screen. Now that it's labeled, when you go back down to that last rung and input the T40, you should see that same description under the tag values. See how it says 10-second timer now?
Oh, okay. And we're looking for accumulation, right?
Yep.
And then we want to move 28787 to
The digits.
to the display, which
5 channel 0.
50. No, you want the whole thing. Oh yeah. No, you want the whole thing. You don't want that to be at the bit level, right? Yeah, you just want that. Yep.
Okay.
If you go in and choose an individual bit, so if you looked at those 16 bits with the number 31284 in there, it's going to give you a binary value across those 16 bits. You know what I mean? So you don't want to just pick one. You would have gotten an error is what I'm saying. if you picked a bit in that local 5 out data, because it's an analog value. Follow?
Yes.
Okay. I would go offline and create the next 10.
So can I just like Control C and
Yep.
then just do that a bunch of times?
Yeah, why not?
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah, so this might go quicker if Aaron just does the typing and somebody else read him the numbers that he needs.
All right, which one are we on? We're on the 11.
Yeah, so if you do the left side of all these rungs, you're going to have, that's pretty easy. And then the right side, you're just moving those green numbers. So rung 11 would be,
Would be
8,001 to 8,999, right?
and then we need to output
29, 100. All right.
Is that right?
Yeah.
We're using the green number.
Oh, shoot.
$29,099.
$29, 411. $29,723. That was 2-3, but that should be close enough.
Sorry, using the numpad. And then this one's going to be 5001, 599.
30,000 and the 336. $33,408. $3,660. $39,772. I think you had an extra zero on that 1,000.
Yep.
Oh, I did.
Come on, Aaron.
My bad.
My bad.
31,284.
And then this one would be 0.
Oh, 31,596. But that's gonna put 1.
Did we Did we mess up? Because we still have 0, right?
Yeah.
Oh, well, plus 0, that makes 11. So we just
Yeah.
need an extra.
We just need another rung.
But then, so if that one's 0,
You
and
can just
then
put that to
9,
be like 1. So then when it does start,
Yeah. So rung 19, make it from 1 to 999. And then rung 20, you could just say if like equal to.
okay.
So if the accumulated value is 0, then put 31,908 in there. Is that right?
Yeah.
So let's give it a shot then.
Let's do it.
Download to PLC. Download.
So what is whoa, what is that? What's rung 10?
Linking routine, main routine of program, complete 0 errors, 1 warnings. I don't know what that means.
I'm not sure what rung 10 is. Let me have it for a second.
Sure.
Okay. I think we're good. I try it. Can you guys pin my video so you can see the screen right now? It's sort of at 0, 1. All right, so if I hit start, it'll fill up and then we should see hopefully that digital display count to 10. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Cool. It works. It's a little janky, but that's just because that display is made for something. That display is actually for a DC motor speed control. It's not made just for outputting the right value. Like it's not super accurate, but it works, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Sweet. So now after the mix heat process, right tank empties to level low. So what do we need to do?
So after that, we need the opposite motor from the one that filled the tank to empty it.
I think that was the pump 2, which was channel 4.
Oh,
or
okay.
module 4, channel 2.
Four out channel.
2, I think.
And then so
You could use the,
That would be the timer done bit, wouldn't it?
yep.
Yeah.
and then we can. So do we
It's
have
gotta,
any?
it's
Do
gotta
we have
shut
a-
off at a certain height.
Do we have like a binary bit that we made for when it's at the low level, or are we gonna go ahead and make one of those?
I don't think we did.
No, we didn't do that yet. But you could copy that wrong. I would go offline though before you keep going, just so something doesn't. You know what I mean? Just copy that wrong and change what you need to. Was it wrong
Okay.
5?
So this is when the distance sensor gets the high value.
We said the low value was gonna be 7,000 earlier. I don't know if that's still the same.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Can you just drag that up to the run before in front of it or right above it?
There we go. And so this is if the 10-second timer is done and it's at the high level, run the pump.
Oh wait.
Well, we don't need we're going to use a binary. Well, where are we going to? We have to. The 10-second timer is done is true. Is the sensor greater than 7,000?
Oh yeah, and then so what this will do is once it's below that value at all, it'll shut off. So it needs.
So can't you change source B to like 7,000? Then it'll run the pump until it goes underneath 7,000.
Yeah, but we better put a stop in there too, just as a backup. You know what I mean? I should be able to.
Where's the
Module ones are all the buttons.
Okay.
What is the binary bit that the selector switch enables? You could use that one.
Okay. I don't remember.
You'd have to look under binary bits like B3s if you've got
I think he's gonna have to scroll up and look at it. So
instead of if you didn't label it. Oh, start process. No, totes my goats run bit. B3.
Okay.
So that way, at least, no matter what, I can turn that pump off if I turn the selector switch off. You know what I mean?
binary bits at the top.
Oh, they are.
Except that would be examine if closed.
Oh, does it need to be the other way?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, not toggle. Just double click on that. Double click on the, yeah, and change the O to a C, or do that.
Okay.
All right, should we test that out?
Yep.
Yeah.
Go ahead and download. Do me a favor, and here, I'm going to take it. Let me do it over here. All I'm doing is paralleling this yellow button so I can jog this just to start the process.
Getting ready for lunch, man. I'm getting hungry. Yeah, I need a break. Yeah.
All right, here we go. Ready? Fill it up. Heat and stir. Count to 10.
I think we used the wrong pump. Wait.
No, it starts to go and then it
Oh,
resets. Let's watch what it's doing. Because the timer's resetting. 5, 6.
the mixing start resets the timer.
Yeah.
As soon as the mixing is done, wouldn't that reset the whole timer?
What's the mixing start?
It's going under the.
It's still greater than. So it looks like as that starts to empty, this rung 2 gets below 3,000, makes this true, V32. This becomes true, turns pump 1 left on. And then this becomes true, starting the timer over again. Okay, so we'll have to fix that next week. Okay, group 1,
Sounds good.
and move on to group 2. So I will save this, and you guys have a nice rest of your day.
You too.
My group 2 here. Oh, Brad's here. Hi, Brad.
Hello.
I'm gonna run in and use the restroom and give John a couple more minutes to show up. And if he doesn't show up, we'll just work you and me.
All right.
Yeah, be right back.
Either way, but
Yeah. That's yeah.
what? Two.
Where's my brother?
I need
Hey Zach, John's here.
Yeah, about time.
I know. I'm sorry. I got sidetracked.
You're good, man. What am I doing?
I
I
got
don't know. What are you doing?
I'm looking for your process so I can have it pulled up while you guys are working.
Oh, who said I'm working on anything?
Good point.
Oh, I really don't know how to click. Hey guys, bring the volume down a little bit in here, all right? Sorry, they gracefully announced that there will be no more in-school this year.
Yeah.
Zach, I don't know if any of your kids are old enough for grade school, but it's driving mine nuts.
Preschool.
Preschool. That sucks. My youngest is preschool, so she's just getting into, probably like yours, just getting into meeting other kids and really enjoying it, and boom.
Yeah.
Well, that stinks.
Yeah, it's a sucky. I think the preschoolers might have been hit hardest of all, in my opinion.
Potentially.
I mean, other than me, of course.
So,
No, that's okay. Just use what you got, sweetheart.
All right, let's see what your process is doing right now.
All right. I don't remember where we're at. I don't think we have the 3-digit display show and count to 20 seconds.
No, we don't have that yet.
I don't think we have a lot of things yet.
Right
now we're at the 1 pump.
We can jog both pumps. I can see.
Yeah, we can do both pumps.
And we set up the start for auto, I do believe.
We did.
Yeah, but I don't think we've expanded much on auto.
Well, we need a. Do you have the screen or Zach still got it?
Zach still has it.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I was just gonna. Right now I can jog left, jog right.
Guys in school.
Yellow push button.
Then get off of your butt and get it. Gerard, don't help her. All right.
I was going to ask if it was always this crazy at your house, John.
This is actually fairly mild, to be honest with you.
Oh, geez. Oh, dear.
So we do have the heater. Oh, that's just a control bit. Okay, so we have not actually started anything but our flashing timer.
That's correct.
Yeah. So push the yellow button. You got temp control on, and you've got pilot light going.
Is there? I'm sorry to interrupt you. Is there a lot of background noise on my end? Because I could probably move into it better.
Yeah, but it's not distracting unless you're fine. Unless Brad, you're fine. So the liquid nitrogen pumps to and fills the right tank until the high level is reached. That's where we're at. Okay, so I'm gonna go back offline and give it to.
All right.
Brad.
So, Brad.
Oh, you're going to give it to me? Oh, okay.
I did it last week. So.
Where's this? There's the Zoom.
Oh, wait, before you do anything, Brad, let me have it real quick, okay?
All right.
Let's see, when we turn control on. I want to reset the. So what happens every time I load and save or go offline or move program like group 1 to group 2, those VFDs fault out and I have to go over and reset them. Toggle switch that I use to do that. It's like having the stop button. Strips on those drives that you use.
Okay.
Every time that happens, I have to manually reset it, and it's like at least 1.5 feet away, and I don't want to keep doing that. So what I'm going to do is I put a off of module 2. Basically, it's like a bypass for the switch. So it's basically, I'm just adding a drive enable RUM. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I'm trying to figure out where to do it. Control, probably when control 0 becomes true. This is purely nothing for anything except for my laziness.
All right.
Well, I mean, you would have a drive enable run, correct? I mean.
Oh, yeah, but.
Yeah, you can, but you don't have to. I just don't want to have to keep manually going and do it because I'm that lazy. Because it's like 1.5 feet away from me.
Oh, no. It's
not really laziness. It's more like annoying that every time somebody goes through a process and those drives don't start up, I'm like, what's going on? Why isn't it starting up? Anyway, when this is true.
Now I just need to make some. I'm going to like this morning.
2, 5.
I'm looking at your, did you do your reading log last week, Tierney? Did you ever start that?
I did one day,
Okay,
but that was like.
And then
go ahead.
Dad, this is in one of my beds.
false.
All right, well, you should eat that.
I put the pie so it doesn't. Yeah.
Okay, how about, are you starting your number of stars?
Yes, I got half the first chapter. Oh no, we have not. We have. I made a cookie here. Hold on.
Yeah, but you did your log last article last week.
No.
You have 50 more minutes. I need this.
Fall.
Oh no.
I don't know, that's easier or harder. What do you think, Mrs. Sobel? I think it's harder. Yeah.
All right, so even though I asked you guys, it ended up being a bother to me, so I moved.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's another, what's that called? Zoom chat going on in the adjacent room.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Hey, man. Okay. Here, listen.
Well, we got her sister, so I got 5 kids trying to do online work. Plus me. This is super inconvenient, Zach. But I'm living with it.
What's inconvenient?
The time,
No, the time's fine. Actually, the time's fine. The entire online learning is inconvenient. Not just ICC's. That's everybody's.
Yeah.
Nothing you can do about it.
not anymore.
It is, but it's a challenge. I like challenges. Drive, enable. All this. Drive.
I rushed to get my work computer back online.
All right. This should be good. All right. All you.
All right. You done?
Yep. So we need to fill the right tank until the high level is reached.
So you zoomed out. Oops. What?
All right, so when we start, is there a sensor on the left tank, Zach, or is it just assumed height?
There's only a sensor on the right tank, so we could use it for the level of both tanks, assuming whatever.
Okay, and that's just it's not a variable, right? It's not a 4 to 20 milliamp sensor. It's just an on-off, right?
No, it's analog. It's for.
It is analog.
Actually, it's voltage. It's 0 to 10 volts.
Okay. All right, so Bradley, when temp control bit run is enabled, right?
This one.
Yep.
This one.
Yep.
Let me see. Can I grab? There we go.
And then you'll have to put, so a normally close contact in there, I believe. And that'll be our level sensor. So as long as that is not made, then we'll turn on that left pump.
Let me see.
Problem with that, you're calling it examine if closed. It's
Oh,
true if open. It's true if on. True if open.
yeah.
The problem with using that is that's a discrete instruction, and you have an analog signal.
Well, I want to be discreet. We label it, Zach's right. We label it like B4, right?
You could
And
label
then
So
something.
throw in, then we got to add a rung above it that, I don't
Wait.
know. Oh, what I'm thinking here. I'm not thinking. Oh, all right. So we need a, yeah.
so
What do we need here?
I don't think I have that tank sensor. Where is that? What module?
We could use, now correct me if I'm wrong here, Zach. We could use a less than function, send that to a destination of like B4, and as long as it's less than the full input number, whatever that is for the height of that tank, then that pump can run.
Yep.
Okay. So you'll have to put another rung in there, Brad, if you understand my jumble.
I got that, I think.
All
So
right.
you need a less than?
Yep.
I need to pull up. I'm gonna get them inputs pulled up here in a second.
All right. Probably have a more complete list than I do.
Just the one that's on the drive.
Input, so it's probably module 7.
Module 7, distance sensor 0 to 10 volts. That's on module 7, channel 2.
Inputs, right?
Yep. There it is.
Where distance? There we go.
So I don't know. I don't know what that.
The numbers?
Yeah, I don't know what for your tank, I don't know what the top number would be.
The numbers, well, you can, yeah. So what you're saying is you have to calibrate those sensors. I've already done that.
Okay.
Mix the bottom number is 0 and the top number is 31206.
206?
31. Oh, okay. So you just did it right to the full range.
All right.
Yeah, well, I calibrated it to those numbers. So you can say if the distance sensor is less than, I wouldn't go 31206. Well, I guess you could. We could test it out and see what it does. As long as I have a way to kill it. Anytime we have an output that's like a pump, I want to make sure we have some kind of stop. Like either the totes, my goats, whatever. I need a way to stop it. You know.
Right.
We have, yeah, I think we have 2 actually. The proc switch and the red push button.
Yeah.
Just depends on what you want.
I would just assume we use the red e-stop as any kind of
yeah,
like use it as an e-stop, you know, so have that in there somewhere. Anyway,
yeah.
Let's make sure we include that.
Mm-hmm.
I thought we included that red button, didn't we?
I do believe.
Yeah, and it's controlling the B30. So that's what I'm saying. Use B30.
Well, B30 controls
the entire thing.
Basically.
Right. Because it controls B31, because remember we split ours, so the control power would stay on, but automation would stop.
You can use B31 if you want.
Okay.
I just want to be able to kill it. Like,
right.
if I panic and put my hand in the proc sensor or hit the red button, it's gonna.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So what he's telling you is you got to put another bit in front there.
In front of the less than?
Or B31, yeah.
Not that it matters. I mean, if one of these tanks overflows, it's just gonna get wet. It's not gonna.
The output goes right on this same line, though, correct?
The same output or a different output?
For which rung? What are you talking about?
Rung 10. Doesn't output go right on rung 10?
We're gonna use like a B3.
Right.
Okay.
But it's not like the move, Brad, where you got a destination.
Okay.
We're gonna assign a B3 and then put B3 in rung 9 as well to control the pump.
B3 or no, we've used B32. No, wait, no, we haven't used B32.
Right.
Go
We
up
don't
real
have it
quick
like-
and see which B3s we've used.
0 and 1, I do believe.
We haven't used 2 or 3 yet.
I don't think so.
No.
I would double check.
All right.
How do I get out to just? Okay, never mind.
Go up. B30, B31, B31, B30. Okay, you're right. I'm sorry. I can't keep the groups straight. A lot of times the groups aren't in the habit of labeling those, and I would label B32 right now so that anytime you go into that screen, you'll see that it's already used.
Edit B3 properties up top.
That one.
There. Description. Okay. What is this?
Change the name, right?
Name?
Oh, it's okay.
No, it'd be the description, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
This would be
That
what?
That bit says that the right tank is full.
Okay.
Not really.
No?
It says that the right tank is not. So.
Oh. No, when that bit is true. No, yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah. No, because won't it be? Yeah, no, you're right. You're
Did I
right.
misspell that? No, I didn't. Okay.
You're right. It'll be true the entire time it's filling, so.
Filling or whatever.
Yeah.
Filling. Like that?
Sure.
That's fine.
I can't see that. Did I do that right?
Yep, that's good. Now do me a favor and never mind. I'll show you. I'll show you later.
Okay.
What do we need to do?
Yeah, what do we need? Do we need to do something?
No, I'll tell you later. It's unimportant.
Okay.
All right.
So what's with this rung 9 here?
So you need that B32 in that empty spot right there.
Right here?
Yeah. So as long as our control bit's in and our tank is not full, turn that pump on.
Okay, and then this is so this is that pump. Which pump is it? And
it's the left pump, and the left pump is module 4, channel 3.
Output, right?
Correct.
I have data 0. That one. Right? Yeah, that one. Oh, I could, yeah, never mind, whatever. Another rung?
No, it's, is it important to switch the positions of 9 and 10? I mean, just maybe for somebody reading it, at least, right?
Yeah, I mean, I would prefer it this way, like that.
Like this, or how it was?
Just kind of chronologically, top to bottom, or aesthetic.
All right, whatever.
Might as well throw a label in there for him too, Brad.
Rung label?
Yeah.
How do I do that? Edit rung comment. There we go. What's this rung called?
Turn on left pump or control left pump. I don't care.
I'm going to do control because that's control.
Are you a control freak, Brad?
No, I am not. I'm not a control freak. I just want things to be simple.
All right, so we've got that turning on, and we've got our e-stop on there. So that should be good. It'll go until 31,206, right?
It should.
That's full. So, all right, so once that's reached at high level for 20 seconds, we're going to have the 3-digit display count to 20. We're going to turn the heat on. We're going to turn the stirrer on and the exhaust fan on at 86%. So that's our next step, is to turn heat on, stir on to
Okay.
20 seconds. So I'd probably put your 20-second timer in there next, I guess. Kind of keep it like
not
sort
that
of
one then.
chronological. How did I make this screen so small? There we go. Jeez. All right, where are you at here? All right, yeah, go down to rung 11. We're done with.
All right, and then so we're gonna need that for this.
No,
right?
No.
Okay.
We actually want that timer to start once the sensor is full. So we're going to need to put another
rung.
Something to read.
I know.
Function to read that analog input to say that it's at its peak.
already have B32, right?
Well, yeah, I guess we could use examine if open for B32, right? No, because then it's going to want to turn on all the time. Because B32, we don't want it to go at the same time. Right, we want it to go once it's at 31,206.
So this should, if we make this, then we need to make this.
No, because.
Right?
Well, I just think it's going to run when we don't want it to run, though, by doing that. Right? Or would it not? Would that be fine?
I don't know.
So I guess.
Well, you could start with that, and if we have to figure out a way to control it more, we can do that later.
Yeah, because we're probably going to have multiple issues on here. I'm kind of looking at it. And like as soon as the right pump turns on, we're going to have to put an interlock in there. So, because as soon as that right pump turns on, it starts to drop. The left pump will kick back on, and they'll just both be running at the same time. So
right. That's all
true.
Debugging that we can think about it now, or we can do it later. I mean, what I like to do is just do a couple of runs, test it out, and move on. So you don't have as many debugging as.
Okay.
The whole thing and then hit run and see what happens, But however you guys want to do it.
all right.
Right now, all we're doing is creating a timer, right?
Right.
I think so.
Rate tank filling the B32. You could use a greater than for the distance sensor. I would do B32 so it all syncs up together. Which
all right.
And now timer.
I'll just use the B32. That's. Or you mean the B32 as the source?
I don't know.
No, it wouldn't be the source.
Yeah, it's fine the way it was. We don't need the greater than. That would be redundant. And if it doesn't work how we want it to, then we can do something else later.
All right.
So then once that B32.
So basically what this is saying, when it's not filling, when it's full and or empty, not and or full or empty.
Because
This
that
would be
the description is kind of confusing because when it's done filling is when we want that to become true.
right.
But then when that becomes true, then we're going to start the timer.
Okay. So I should change this back to examine if closed.
No,
Right? No?
no. It's okay how it is.
Right. Where's the timer?
It's under that timer counter tag.
I can barely see it, okay?
Why don't you zoom it in? It's that
Okay,
little
I
magnify-
can't zoom that part.
Yeah, he's right.
Oh,
I
is it
can't
right?
zoom that part.
Oh, sorry.
So this would be what? T2.
Or 2, yeah.
No, just that.
Yeah.
And
then
preset
go ahead
would,
and 20 seconds, so 20,000. Go ahead and name that timer for me, Brad, would you?
all right.
Yep.
Right here?
Yep.
What is this? 20-second delay? What is this?
20-second timer.
20, okay.
Yeah, it's the actual process timer. We're not delaying. This is how long we're running everything for. So everything will be run off of this timer.
Right.
And that timer and the B3 control run bit.
Oh, this one? Okay, yeah, yeah.
Probably, yeah, I just go ahead and that's fine. So we need another rung. And then while the control run bit is on and the timer is timing, we need to do some things.
Is it this one? No, that's F8. We need to do what?
All right, I'm gonna start with two simple things. Turn the heat on and turn the stir on. Are those same thing, aren't they? Or are they different?
They're the same thing, yeah.
All right.
4/7.
That is 4/7. And then we also need to turn on some other stuff. The old time down. All right, so we need to send data to the 3-digit display, and we also need to turn the
Oh, wait, nope, that's not one. No, nope. What is it? What is it under?
You're in 4C. You're in the configure file. Yeah, there you go. So
Oh, okay.
There you go.
You see, it looks a lot like the O.
I don't want to hear it, Brad.
Shush.
No excuses. Whoa, Mr. Control Freak.
Hey, I never said I was a control freak.
All right, so
that's better. Probably.
So we gotta do two things, Brad, and it's your choice which one you do first. You gotta send data to the 3-second display, and you also have to turn the exhaust fan on at 87%.
Let's go with the exhaust fan first because the display takes some math and takes some time. I know because I just did it with the other group.
I don't want to do it.
I don't either.
Do a branch.
All right, that's a run. This.
Yeah.
Okay, And then another output on the other end, on the
No,
branch?
no,
No?
no, because we need an analog out because we're not turning it on full bore. So I believe they've been using the move bit. Is that correct?
Move instruction. Yep.
Move instruction. My mistake.
Where is the, oh,
Under the move. Logical. So 87%, we got to do some interpolation.
Yeah.
I
don't want to.
I don't either.
Oh, let's do
Nice
it.
doing it for you.
Would you please? All right, 31206 is top dog, right?
Yep. Let me have it, Brad.
Okay.
I can't believe you're writing on my project.
How dare you?
That's the top number. What's the bottom number?
0.
Wouldn't it be 0?
Yep. And we need to know what 87% of that value is.
87.
I think we said 87.
Since the bottom number is 0, it makes it pretty.
86. Sorry, 86.
There we go.
I don't know where the calculator is on this. Just multiply 31206 by 0.86.
31206.
Yeah.
But I'll let my calculator, my phone's sitting in the other room. Do I need to go get it or?
No, I'll pull it.
26837.
You got it?
That's right.
Okay.
Right here.
You got it back, Brad.
All right.
If the bottom number wasn't 0, we'd have to do some interpolating. But since it's 0, it makes it pretty easy.
Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking there. I apologize.
So
it's
just don't do it again.
All right. Whoa.
Wait, so where is this number going? In destination or in source?
Yeah. The destination is where we're going to send that data to, and we're going to send that to our analog output that goes to the VFD that controls the exhaust fan.
No.
I don't know. How'd you do that?
I have no idea.
You broke it.
I did not.
He broke it, Zach.
Didn't. No, I didn't. What the heck?
What are you doing?
Am I incorrect?
Just type the number in, Brad.
That's what I'm doing. Okay, fine.
I was like, man, is that not where we put it? I thought that was where we put it. 0.16.
Okay.
I don't think it'll take the 0.16. Will it?
I don't think so.
I don't think it'll take a long.
And then the destination.
Let me see here. I got to pull the. So distracted by your black screen. All right, exhaust fan is going to be module 6, channel 0.
Module.
Now that says it. Oh, this is going to. We got to make sure we're sending 4 to 20 milliamps.
Okay.
I believe we set that in the settings, what it sends out.
Okay. So this is output, right?
Yeah. Yeah, 60.
60. What
exhaust fan?
Exhaust fan.
No, channel 0. Yeah, first one. There it is.
All right. And then
Wait a minute.
where do I
interpolate?
What?
We do have to interpolate.
We do?
Yeah,
Okay.
the bottom number is not 0. We need to know what 86% of the 4 to 20 milliamp range is. So we were wrong.
Yeah.
2687 is not the right number.
Wait, you have, yeah, you have it.
So 420 milliamps is 6241,
Yeah,
and we need 31206. So we need 80% of that range.
$21,469.
How'd you do that?
I took 31,206 minus what is it? 6241, and then I took that number, multiplied it by 0.86.
Okay. But you're not done.
Okay.
So that gives you 86% of the range, but we need to add it to the bottom number, correct?
Correct. Plus, so then that would be plus 262.41.
Yep.
Okay. 27,710.9.
Okay. All right, it's all you. We caught that. That would have been such a embarrassing mistake.
Should I do 710 or 711?
Doesn't matter.
Since it's a 0.9.
Tomato, tomato.
Okay. I'm leaving it then.
I don't even know if we would have noticed it.
Probably not.
We wouldn't have noticed it, but we would have felt that something was wrong.
Would we have?
I don't know.
I wouldn't have. I can vouch for that.
I don't think I would have either.
All right. The only other thing is when that will turn the fan on at 86%. That rung will.
Right.
We don't have anything telling it to turn off. Do we?
Okay.
It will only run when timer timing's running, right?
It will move that value to that location when the 20-second timer is timing.
Oh.
But
Yeah.
it will just stay there until we tell it to change values again.
So now we need another rung with the opposite of timer timing. So when timer timing's done, it moves it to 0, correct?
Right.
Okay.
All right. All right. Yeah. You know, I'm almost positive you talked about that in class.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know you did, and in fact. So I'm sorry.
It's okay. And we don't really need the control run bit for
this one.
I don't.
I mean,
Okay.
It's up to you.
Does it matter? I guess it doesn't matter then
Not
if you
really.
say that.
No. Oh yeah,
No?
I guess you could do that. Yeah.
What were you wanting?
No, that works.
What were you wanting me to do?
I was thinking of it differently. You're fine. You could do that. I was thinking of an examine if open on the timer timing, but that's fine. You could do the done.
Okay.
That should work just as well. I would
thought that's what you told me to do.
It's good, Brad. That's what I would do.
Okay. And then do I need another move, right?
Yep.
And this one's going to be the source is 0, right?
No.
No. Okay. The source
0 in there, it will fault the drive.
Correct. Yeah, that's true.
So I would use a different number. Do you remember what number we were going to use?
6,000?
Yep. Because it's below the bottom number, but not so low that it will fault the drive.
And then I just use the same destination.
Yep.
All right.
We test it out?
I think we should.
All right.
Download that bitch.
Your language is offensive.
Really?
No.
Okay. I mean, if you're sensitive, I'll tone it down, Zach. That's fine.
I'm sensitive, but I'm also weird. Main routine, rung 10. Output energize.
Roll on up, Bradley.
Output energize. Pump 1 left. Okay, you've got it down to the. Why is that wrong? 4 out, data 3.
Wait, isn't it also rung 3 too, as well? I mean,
Is that because we have 2? Go up and look at rung 3.
Yeah, because we ran rung 3 last time.
we did.
Why is that an error?
I don't know.
Okay, so we're using the same pump twice, right? So we interlocked. Does it want an interlock down here so that it can't run while that rung is running, maybe?
Well, instead of having 2 rungs controlling that output, we could just take whatever in rung 3 is controlling it and parallel it with those 2 bits.
All right.
You know,
Couldn't we do that? So just
So you don't need temp control run bit because we have that down there, right?
right.
yeah, we have that down here.
So all you need in parallel
Is
is
this
the right tank filling. Parallel that with the left selector switch. So it's one of, would that be right? I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, that's all we need.
No, we're going to do this
No.
with another rung, Brad.
Do
We're
that
gonna-
down in rung 10.
Eventually.
So you want me to move the selector switch up to here?
No, we're going to edit rung 10. Yeah, yeah.
And it's going to be in parallel with this. Like that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Just hit Control X.
I can get it.
You got it. You got it. Oh, yeah.
A little bit. Oh dear.
Yeah.
What is going on?
Oh.
Just drop it and parade.
There we go. All right.
So after you delete rung 3, we need to go back to rung 10.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Just delete the whole rung.
all right.
All right. I don't know what you did, but it didn't. Just right click it and delete it.
He did. He did.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
Good.
Go to rung 10, Brad.
That's right.
All right. 9, whatever. Sorry.
Yeah, 9.
All right. So you need to put interlocks in there on both rungs. Or at least on the first rung. Like
For what?
it's for the selector switch. So that we can't run the selector switch while it's running in auto. No.
Oh,
Right?
yeah. You could just make it. Here's what I would do. Right now, you can run it. You can jog it only when the temp control run bit is on. You know, we wanted it so that it would jog when control's on.
Right.
Yeah, move that there. Make it dependent on B30.
Mm-hmm.
But also, like he was saying,
you need interlock.
yeah, and that would be B31, but we want it true if closed. It's open. Yeah.
Oh, dude, I can just drag. There.
Yeah, so
All right.
that top rung though. Top rung. Okay, that's right. Does that look right to you guys? I think it is.
I think it is.
I suppose so. So
We'll have to do the same thing when we do the right pump. But that's good. This is good.
mhm.
Rung 11, rung 12, operand 1. Valid data type argument must match parameter data type. Rung 11 and rung 12. Move. Okay, that's why. You've got it down to the bit level on that where it says destination output 6, output
0.
0 data. That .0 should not be there. That's telling it just wants the first bit. We want it to be only, yeah, instead of doing the drop down, just click, yeah, that's perfect.
Good.
Yep. You understand why?
I think so.
If you put the number 6,000 into that destination, you opened up those 16 bits, it will have the number 6,000 in binary form, right?
Oh, in all of those bits.
When
Yeah.
you put it down to bit level, you're telling it to move move that source to a discrete location. It doesn't make sense to the PLC.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
I think we just fixed it.
I think so, yeah. I'd say so.
Man, good thing we didn't wait to the end to try to fix all this stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good thing.
We need to go to run mode. I don't know why it's not run mode. Okay. And let's see. If I do. No.
You push the green button first for auto.
I'm confusing groups.
Why is the fan on already?
It's when that fan, remember that drive enable rung that I put in there? When it takes the fault out of the drive, for some reason that drive is programmed to run up to 60 hertz and then drop back down. Like
Oh, okay.
I need to take that parameter off. So, what am I doing?
Green button starts at jogs.
I'm gonna just drop the water level down a little bit and then I'll run
Okay.
process.
Hey,
All
what's
right.
the table with that, please?
I hit, what am I doing?
The green button to can start. Okay. And then the
Yellow button.
yellow button
Starts
to
auto.
auto.
Fill it up till the distance sensor gets full.
Is it filling? I
Yeah,
can't.
it's going.
It's filling. I can see.
Well, I trust you, Brad, but I don't know if I trust you, Zach.
It's running the fan at 86%. For 10
It is at 86?
It's at 53 hertz, so that seems right.
Yeah, that should be, I guess.
Still counting up. And 20 seconds.
20 seconds is over and the fan stopped. What else?
I think that's it.
Yeah.
We're at, right?
I think that's it.
I'd say that's a good stopping point.
Sure. Cool.
I got another 2 hours in me.
I'm leaving. You guys can work all you want. I'm gonna go find some mushrooms.
Are you?
Really?
I doubt there's any out there, but next week, little tiny one.
Yeah, it's a little early for it. I seen some guys online pulling some little bitty ones last weekend.
A little tiny one, and that was like before the snow. So I really doubt anything's up yet. But my boys like to go in the woods and poke around. So
Oh, heck yeah. Good luck hunting.
Thanks.
Appreciate it.
Hopefully I'll get pounds and pounds and pounds and we can have a post-COVID graduation type mushroom fry.
Man, did you guys see they're already doing it? They're doing it online virtual graduation.
Yeah, they're gonna have for ICC's. How do you guys graduate in May?
Yeah, I do.
They're having a virtual graduation.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know about that, but I don't know if I want to do that.
Yeah. I still got a couple of classes, but I think I could do it and then finish them. But I'd rather do an in-person graduation.
I know.
I did not. I didn't walk in high school, so I wanted to walk for at least my associates. But that's fine.
I did get to walk in for high school, so I also had to go for each year because I was in the band and had to play Pomp and Circumstance for hours on end for 4 years straight.
That sounds like...
Actually, no, 3 because I didn't have to play my senior year.
What instrument did you play, Brad?
Trombone.
That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. All right. Well, I'm going to go work on some stuff in the garage then. You guys have a wonderful day.
All right.
You too.
Thank you.
See you later,
Bye.
I suppose. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.